What's up, guys? It's Wyatt here today. I'm going to be talking about the movie Poor Things. A couple days ago, I watched the movie Poor Things with Emma Stone and Willem Dafoe. And, I had high hopes. There's like nominated for some Oscars. Emma Stone's nominated for an Oscar. I was like, this is going to be a good movie. It's like a arty type movie. I was pretty hyped to see it. And for the first 20 minutes or so of watching the movie, I was like, this is pretty cool. It's like set in the Victorian era. Willem Dafoe plays this Frankenstein type scientist guy, and he makes like these hybrid animals. There's chicken dogs, chicken body, dog head, just this crazy science guy. He's also a professor, and yeah, as I was watching the movie, I really like that kind of stuff. I like that whole Frankenstein type vibe. I love the whole Victorian era. And so I thought it was going to be really cool. And anyway, as the movie progresses, basically, you find out Emma Stone's character is like this retarded, like mentally disabled girl. And it's not clear why, because she lives in the house with all these like chicken dogs and other weird hybrid animals. And then, anyway, come to find out, Willem Dafoe's character, can't even remember his name, mad scientist guy, he finds this dead body. A woman had committed suicide and she was pregnant, so he takes her body back to his laboratory and he gets the baby out. The baby's healthy. But the woman is dead, so he cuts out the baby's brain and puts it in her body, right? Okay, so it's like this woman with her baby's brain. That's why she seems to be retarded in the movie. And over time, she grows up. But before she fully grows up, Mark Ruffalo's character comes in, and he's like a womanizer lawyer type. And anyway, this can't be more than like 20 minutes into the movie. He has sex with her. And so that's weird. It's like a baby's brain in this girl's body, this woman's body, and she's getting railed. And it's just super weird because it seems like it's this guy's like weird fetish, this whoever the director is. And so I was like, all right, that's pretty weird, but one sex scene, all right, we'll forgive it. But there's like 70 sex scenes in this movie, I swear to God. And Emma Stone gets completely naked. You see like her breasts, her vagina. You see pretty much everything. And to me, it's just like, it seems so weird that you'd put this in a movie, especially when there's all this stuff going around like, child sex trafficking. You hear about all this. And this is like as close as you can get to putting child porn out there. And, it might sound kind of crazy. You guys might think I'm crazy here. Now, I'm sure all you crazy degenerates out there are familiar with incest porn. You see all the memes about it and stuff like, oh, step bro, that kind of stuff. It's crazy. It's disgusting, really. What it is disgusting. But the way I kind of see it, and Seth can honestly talk about this more than I can. He's observed more of this stuff than I have. But basically, they're pushing this weird shit into normalizing it into the mainstream and normalizing it. Now, it's not like Poor Things is the most popular movie ever. I think in the box office it made like $12 million, so obviously it's not like an Avengers movie. But it's just weird that like, okay, so it's clearly this weird like fetish type thing of a woman that's like mentally a child, and they're having sex scenes with her. That's just pushing this kind of disgusting stuff into the mainstream. And I think you'll see this happen a lot more, if I had to guess, just with how perverse society is getting. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a movie that has like similar themes with incest, where it's just full-on sex scenes between like a brother and sister. Actually, that's already happening. I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I've seen like one episode. I've heard that happens in Game of Thrones. I'm not sure if, you actually see nudity or anything. But yeah, this weird perversion just gets pushed onto us in the films we watch, in the TV we watch. And I know we're kind of getting off topic here. This is supposed to be about the movie Poor Things, but yeah, that was a bummer because I thought this movie was going to be super cool, and there were cool elements, like the cinematography was super cool, and the shots were really amazing. I don't know how they got some of the colors, and there's like a cruise ship scene where they're on a cruise ship and they stop in, I can't remember what country, but the cinematography is beautiful. The landscapes are awesome. And there's a color shift. It starts in black and white. At some point, it goes into color. And all that really adds a lot to the movie. But it just felt, what I came away from that movie with is, I just remembered like 70 sex scenes. There was a ridiculous amount. So much so that that's kind of what I mostly remember about the movie. That's such a weird thing. And yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on was that how you know it's like there's that element of like child pornography. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about this on YouTube, but I guess we'll find out. How you know there's an element is because there's like 5 sex scenes in a row with Emma Stone's character and Mark Ruffalo's character, and then when they have sex, she calls it furious jumping, which is obviously like how a child would describe. That's childlike descriptions. She's like, when are we gonna do furious jumping again? I want to do furious jumping, because she loves sex so much. This woman with a child's brain loves sex so much. It's just ridiculous that they would, they're putting this in the movie, and it's nominated for an Oscar. I don't get that, how she's nominated for an Oscar for this. She's basically like took her clothes off. She took her clothes off and did sex scenes and acted retarded. And they're like, yep, you get an Oscar for that. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't seem that hard. Like, I feel like I could have done that. Yeah, I could have done that and taken my clothes off. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.